So I'm Ron Hopkins. Let's see, professionally I'm trained as a psychologist. I have a PhD in psychology. I spent about 17 years in the mental health field. Did some work as an entrepreneur, then joined the corporate world for about another 15 years, and now I'm on my third career as a professor at the University of Houston. One of the things that I think we have to do is try to prioritize, sometimes in the moment. And I think sometimes we do confuse things that appear urgent as something that must be important. But I don't think that's always the case. So you think about your life every day. So we get up in the morning and we have a lot of things to do. We go to work, we take the kids to school, we pick the kids up from school, we want the kids to be in all kinds of activities, and all of a sudden you realize that your day, just on the normal things, is pretty packed. But then you want to put other stuff on there, you know, because you want to take the kids somewhere, or you want to go out to dinner somewhere, or you want to do other things. And that's just a whole nother layer. And then things unexpectedly just pop up, and you get a phone call, or you get an email or a message or something, and all of a sudden you've got another thing. So our day is so cluttered with things. And it's really good sometimes to sit down and say, okay, here are the basic things that I need to do every day. Here's the other things that I want to do. And let me prioritize those things and make sure that those are really important, because those important things I really would like to do well. But I have to do everything, then I wonder how adequate I am in accomplishing these things. So I think it's really prioritizing, sometimes prioritizing in the moment. And when I was in the corporate world, you know, we were in 24/7 jobs, 7 days a week, worked around the world. And there's more than you can ever do. And so one of the tricks that I learned from a mentor of mine is this 80-20 rule. And he said, if you are able to really prioritize, get rid of the things that appear urgent but are not important, get 80% of those things really done well, you'll never notice that the other 20% probably didn't matter one bit. And then the other thing on this 80-20 rule that I love as well, one of the things that happens is if we can't get everything done, then we worry and we get anxious and we put ourselves in these kind of really rough places in life. And I remember when I was about 7 years old, I don't remember what I was fretting over, but it was something. And my sweet grandmother said, honey, 80% of the things you worry about don't come true. And the other 20% come true whether you worry about them or not. And so that was a big lesson for me. So I try not to worry about something, number one, until I know what it really is. And if I can eliminate as much of that worry and anxiety, then I can focus on those things that are important to me, to the people I love, to my family, to my children, to my grandchildren. And it helps me just keep that clear schedule and, as you say, get rid of some of the clutter that is just not that important. Number one, I think you have to make that list of the things that you really value and that you want to do. And then I agree, then we need to make sure that we do block time for that. But here's the key. We have to block time for it. We have to realize we value it enough to have the discipline to take that time and say, this is the time I'm going to do these things. And I'm not going to let other things distract me. I'm not going to let other emergencies get in the way. I'm just going to do these things now. And I'm going to focus on these things. And when those are done, then I'll look at what's next. But it really is, it comes down, and I keep using this word, but it really comes down to prioritization. Just getting it right. And I think when you do that, you'll find that a lot of that stuff that you thought was important in the long run probably really didn't matter that much.